So my name is Rory, and no, I do not have any previous experience in this industry. So I found out about careers via YouTube advertisement, and I had started browsing all the different opportunities that were available. I saw the position for Star. I gave it an application. They heard back from me. I came to the facility, visited, checked it all out. I mainly applied because I wanted to get a better grasp on different operations of business, especially in this industry when there's so many different moving parts, and that's what I've been learning right now. So that's kind of the main reason is I just wanted to learn all the things I could before I go to post-secondary in the fall. So in the fall, I'm currently going to SAIT to study cybersecurity. I've been interested in that for a very long time and just all kind of that IT stuff like that. So I've done a little bit of work with systems here as well in my time, and that's been nice to see some kind of back end, more technical stuff. But that's currently my career aspirations. I believe this internship fits my future goals because I'm just learning so much about how businesses operate. And me, especially going into cybersecurity, it's a field that's in demand by all different kinds of industries. So I'm kind of, going to need to know how different parts of businesses work. I'm going to be interacting with different people in different departments, whatever I do in cybersecurity. So knowing all this now is definitely going to help me in the future with that. And so I currently just started in estimating. I find the design aspect to be the most interesting, just seeing all the different blueprints and layouts and stuff like that and how it's all built. And I just think estimating is interesting. I wouldn't say I'm a huge math person, but actually seeing the numbers and stuff like that has definitely been interesting to me. So I would say that's probably my favorite part. So I would probably say I would start by trying to paint a picture for them. I'd say, imagine all the buildings around us, imagine the house you live in, or imagine the places you go. I would say without a company like this, none of that is possible. So these companies are responsible for manufacturing the most crucial materials that are used in construction. So without this kind of company, nothing really can get built. I would say I'm more of a hands-on thinker because I don't think I'm actually able to learn anything or think about anything without actually doing it myself. I can see things, I can imagine things, but the most useful thing for learning for me is to actually be able to sit down and do it. Whether that's just by myself trying to figure things out on my own or with someone's supervision, trying to teach me things. So I would say hands-on for sure. I think a lot of the younger generation is going to see construction in industries like this and be super interested in it because a lot of people now are liking this hands-on stuff. But from a more back-end side, I would say there's more technical know-how with the younger generation, and there's probably going to be new ways to speed things up and just make the industry more efficient as it is. So I would say that's what they have to bring to the table. I feel like the best way to do that would be by, kind of enforcing community in the industry and just trying to bring as many people together as they can from different departments. You have someone who's out there in the shop talking to someone in the office, or you'll have someone who's way younger talking to someone who's way older. Um, just kind of talking to people and seeing different perspectives on things, learning different things from different people, I think is the best way to bring people into this. Because younger generations, I know, especially myself, I mean, I want to talk to people who are, have seen more than me, done more than me. I want to learn from everybody I can. So just talking to people and stuff like that, I feel like is probably the best part to bring people into this industry. So I would think the biggest challenges are trying to meet deadlines, because there's so many different parts, like logistics and stuff like that, and then people who have to schedule everything, people who are actually building everything and all of that. So I say everyone trying to communicate with each other and make sure everything is done on time to satisfy customers overall is probably the most difficult part of this job. Success to me by the end of this internship will be to have learned as much as I can, meet as many people as I can, and basically see all of the different things that happen here at Star. Once again, I'm most interested in internships because I just was super curious about how businesses actually operate, especially one of this scale. So actually seeing all of this and just hopefully learning everything I can from all the different departments is what I think I'll want to take away by the end of this. So from what I know, construction just makes up a huge part of the economy, and how construction is. They need materials to build stuff. So without a building material company like this, I don't think there's any supply that people who are actually building can get, and therefore we're not going to have houses or anything like that. So all the people who are supplying the trusses and things like that is very crucial to how this works. I've been very impressed by the company so far, the new building and stuff like that. It's crazy to me to actually see it. This is my first time in an environment like this. So actually seeing all the different places on site has just been super interesting to me. Um, yeah, I'd say that. I would say it depends on what department. I would think people in the office probably have pretty particular routines that they try to go off of, and then people in the shop. From what I've heard from most people in construction, every day is usually different, kind of a new challenge. So I think it kind of depends, sorry, what aspect of the company you're in, and that's how I'd probably think it goes. So with my time with systems, I've been most interested in the back end stuff. I've been able to look into the warehouse management system, and I can see all the different things that people in the plants in the shop are actually doing. So that's been super interesting to see. I can see when people are picking stuff, moving stuff to the trucks, stuff like that. So I would say that end has been my most interesting thing. I would say interpersonal skills. It's been nice having to talk to so many different people from so many different aspects of the company. And, I like to ask what they do. And obviously, people love to talk about what they do. So that's been super interesting to me. I haven't been a super sociable person for the majority of my life. So this is definitely very helpful for me. And I've actually really enjoyed talking to all the different people